Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Obviously, as Fargo grows and as, the population grows, that kind of thing, those are things you start to look for, I guess.
A small business learned the hard way about a scam that police say is common in bigger cities. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
They almost lost nearly $35,000 after someone stole checks from their mailbox.
We first told you in August about Operation Homeless, a scam that Fargo police say targets low-income and homeless people, plus banks and businesses.
Now, the scammer would ask someone to cash a fraudulent check for them. The checks are stolen from a business and cashed at local banks. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop investigates how you can protect your mail and your money.
It's odd. You don't hear of things like this happening, or we hadn't, at least.
MVM Contracting is a small business. Larson says they are now more alert since outgoing checks in their mailbox were stolen and almost forged in late August.
What can you do to protect yourself? I mean, there's security systems, there's camera systems, that stuff that we do and we install, and we have cameras. I guess you don't normally think about putting one on your mailbox.
A bank teller at Bell State Bank thought the check looked suspicious and contacted the business. Since the incident, Larson says they've added additional security measures to their bank accounts and encourages other businesses to do the same.
Bank has put, certain restrictions on our accounts. So if we do have checks, they have to be, they have to call before they cash a check.
Bell State Bank officials say the scam has been around for about 2 years, and they have educated their tellers about it. They say people should be aware of this in case they are targeted.
If someone approaches you and asks to cash a check for you, know that if you come into a bank and cash a counterfeit check, you're just as guilty.
Stenjum says counterfeit checks are often between $1,000 and $5,000 range. He adds that banks in the area have lost more than $100,000 from the scam. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
A warrant has been issued for Curtis Harrington for trying to cash the stolen check from MVM Contracting. The other men involved in this scam were caught by Bismarck police. They say the scam originates from Atlanta, Georgia, and the scammers have teams working across the country, sometimes multiple teams in each city. Police say the scam never goes away for good and often comes back to the area.
Race continues to be a topic of discussion on social media, both locally and nationally, especially when it comes to crime. Last year, we requested a breakdown of crimes by race from the Fargo Police Department. Police Chief David Todd just recently gave us 2 separate reports for our request. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood is here with us now to break down the reports. Christine?
The report we obtained from the Fargo Police Department shows more white people were arrested than all other race categories combined. The Fargo Police Department broke down their arrests into 10 separate categories. The numbers we're going to show you are from January 1st of 2010 to December 31st of 2015. In those 5 years, Fargo police made nearly 66,000 arrests total. The majority of those arrests, more than 50,000, fall into the white category. According to Census.gov, whites in Fargo make up roughly 90% of the population and therefore made up 48% of the arrests. The second highest category was black, with 7,370 arrests made from 2010 to 2015. That's roughly 23% of the arrests. If you want to take a closer look at this report, along with the report that details just 2015, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Andrea?
All right, thank you, Christine. If you want to hear more conversations about the arrests made by race, 6:30 Point of View on KX4 will bring up much more on this hot topic tonight.
How about our weather today? So nice to see all of that melting taking place. Let's hope it continues. Here's Hutch with a look at our forecast for tonight. Hutch?
Temperatures were way up, near record highs today, but it was very windy. Gusts out west approached 50 miles per hour from Devil's Lake to Langdon. 46-mile-per-hour gusts recorded in Jamestown today. We still have the gustiest winds to the west and far east, where we have a few places gusting over 30 miles per hour from the west and northwest, and some rain showers drifting through our northern counties in northwest Minnesota, from Kittson County and Roseau County right into Pennington County. A few sprinkles showing up there. Maybe a little snowflake or flurry activity in and around Becker County in Lakes Country and near Fergus Falls. Your planning forecast shows steady temperatures this evening and the wind gradually decreasing, but it will continue to be a factor in our weather this evening. Beautiful sunset out there, isn't it, Mike? I'll have details in your planning forecast for the rest of our work week and weekend coming up here in a moment.
Like to see more evenings like that.
Me too.
All right, thanks. The Becker County Sheriff's Office is looking for the owner of or driver of a Chevy Avalanche after a snowmobile theft near Osage, Minnesota. Investigators say that the pictures of the vehicle were taken on the same property where the snowmobile was stolen. Investigators add that the 1992 Arctic Cat Cougar, black in color, was reported stolen on January 24th. Now, the sheriff there says the Chevy Avalanche right now is just a vehicle of interest in the case.
More people around the valley are now dying from drug overdoses than car accidents or firearms, based on numbers from UND's forensic lab. Those drugs include prescription drugs and illegal drugs, such as heroin. In 2014, UND's forensic lab performed autopsies on 51 people from around the valley who died from drug overdoses, 46 people from car accidents, and 45 people who died from firearms. And the experts say victims of drug overdoses are from all levels of society.
Last year was the first year drug deaths exceeded traffic fatalities. I hope that's not the case this year, but I suspect it will be.
Probably will.
Dr. Sands tells us there are now several committees working on legislation to better monitor prescription painkillers. And Grand Forks County Sheriff Bob Rost says if you have any unused medications, you should get rid of them at community drop sites. He says keeping those unused drugs in your home makes you a target for crime.
A Grand Forks man will spend 12 years in prison for his role in a drug ring that led to the death of a teen. Joshua Fulp will also have to pay more than $17,000 in restitution. Authorities say that Fulp and several others began receiving shipments of fentanyl from Oregon in January of 2014. An investigation started a year later after the overdose death of 18-year-old Bailey Henke of Grand Forks. Two others from Grand Forks were also sentenced this week in this case. Avid Noy Jr. and Kane Schwant both got 3.5 years in prison.
A Fargo man wants others to learn from his mistake, saying, don't sign anything unless you know exactly what you're doing. Scott Reese called our whistleblower hotline saying he went into Massage Envy for one massage and wound up with a membership, one that he says he can't cancel. Reese admitted to signing paperwork he didn't read and giving his debit card to the cashier, but he says he feels misled.
Immediately, I went to Massage Envy and I asked what was going on, and they're like, well, you're a member, and it's like, no, I'm not. I didn't come in here to be, I can't afford to be a member for one thing. I just came in to use a simple coupon.
We're still waiting for a statement from Massage Envy. Reese says lesson learned, don't sign anything you didn't read. This story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help uncovering an issue in your community, give us a call at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip.
Two people were honored by the Fargo Fire Department for saving someone's life. Ashley Kankel-Fritz and Gary Jorgensen were recognized. Kankel-Fritz was driving a close relative to the emergency room in August when the person's heart stopped. She pulled over to the side of the road and began CPR. That person was later revived. In September, Gary Jorgensen was at his apartment building when another resident of the building had a medical emergency. The resident's heart stopped and Jorgensen started CPR. Fargo police arrived and used a defibrillator to help revive the person.
I was just thinking back to the moment when everything was going on and how scared I was, and it's very humbling that someone looked and saw that was something courageous and good feeling.
Now, the American Heart Association recently released guidelines on the importance of immediate recognition and intervention during sudden cardiac arrest. To see those, go to our website at valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Most of us would probably have at least a little anxiety getting up in front of a group and telling our life stories. Well, imagine doing it in a foreign language, one you are just learning. That's exactly what 20 South High students did today. They're members of a unique class at South. All are new to this country and learning the English language. And what better way to do it than to write about their own personal experience coming here to the U.S. Some of the stories are harrowing, some funny, all of them interesting. And learning to read, write, and speak in this new language is, like it probably would be for most of us, quite challenging at times.
When I wrote that story, every day she corrected, I have to get like a lot of wrong and stuff like that. But I got some people from NDSU, they helped me every day. Then I was the first one to finish my story in the whole class. I was so excited.
The students not only received help from Leah Julke, who developed the program, but also from grad students from NDSU and members of the community.
And thanks for sharing your stories. Are you a restless sleeper? How you can get the best rest at night? That's later here on Valley News Live at 6.
The record high for today in Fargo set way back in 1892. We missed that by only 1 degree today. The mild weather won't be as mild tomorrow, but the wind won't be as wild. Hour by hour details are coming up right after this.